Hey everybody, Msfs Simmer here. So, welcome to Bodo, Norway. And here we sit with the sun just kind of coming up, even though it's 10:30 in the morning. So I'm hoping we're going to be in good shape here. So our biggest thing here is we are trying to get ourselves set to be able to get going. So let's see, I want to get nav and strobe, let everything kind of get ready and get going. We want, okay, fuel select to auto, so we need that on. Flaps set down to take off. We're going to again get all of our items here going. So we're going to get that moved forward. We're going to go ahead and get our starter on. Get our ignition to auto. This should start rotating. So we get to 13, we go to low idle. And then once we get to 50 on the NG%, we go all the way to high idle. And then we should be all set. And that should give us what we need. And I can put ignition to auto, but turn the starter off. Again, we can test the generator, make sure it's all good. And get all our gyros on. We'll get our radio master on. Get our AP trims on. And get our EFIS master. So let's see. Okay, no arrival airport. Yes, we do know that. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to import from the file. This should take Echo November Bravo Oscar, Echo November Bravo Romeo. That is where we want to go. And we have got ourselves a heck of a flight plan. As you can see, there is a lot going on here. I'm going to go ahead and set myself to 4,000. I kind of set my climb. I'm going to set it a little bit lower this time. Probably don't want to quite do that yet. All right, and I'm going to insert BR 404, and we're going to enter that. And yes, we want that in Norway, not in Egypt. So that will work there. All right, so it's saying 6,500, but if I can do it later, so again, then what I tend to do here is I'll go and I'll set this there, but my intent will be, see if I can fly it at 4,000. Okay, so we're going to get the auxiliary pump there. We're going to get the bleed there. Auto. Fan. Should be all set. Alright, so I think just about ready to go. Get ourselves to 1021 hectopascals, which is where we are at. Alright, so we've got a pretty big airport here. But again, what we are trying to do, I'm going to get myself over to CTAF. Because we're VFR, and so we're really not needing a whole lot of guidance from ATC, so I don't really tend to do any of that here. So hold on, we need that. There we go, GPS. That should get things set. I had a little bit of a problem, I think last episode when I was crossing, where I realized I was off track, and in editing the video and looking at it and trying to analyze what happened, because this was on, if you remember, at one point on my map, I think because again it was kind of blue water and it was just confusing the heck out of me. So when I went here, instead of like being that, it was just blue, and I'm like, something's off. And then I started playing with these buttons down there. I think when I hit one of them, which then I did notice, it took this off, and I'm like, no, I want to go back. I put that back to GPS, but I then didn't have a situation like that had turned that off, and then it went to whatever BC was, and I'm not sure exactly what that particularly is or isn't. Alright, so we don't have any other GA aircraft out here. I am trying to run FSLTL, so I've got some stuff out there. But I'm trying really to give this kind of my last try here. So if you recall, I mentioned in the 9th leg when we were in Iceland that I was trying the tour guides in Sayintentions and trying to use that feature. We didn't have a lot going on, and Iceland was obviously a little bit smaller. There isn't a ton going on here, but I think there should be a lot more opportunities, so I wanted at least one more leg before I made a decision, and I decided, you know what, I've got a bit of time this afternoon.
Caravan 4221, Echo 12 miles to the east, inbound full stop.
So I'm like, I am going to go ahead. So that is what we're doing. So we're going to try to get moving here. There we go. So at this point, I'm not sure that there's, like, if you're joining the series kind of in the midst, I mean, I guess I should always assume someone might be doing that. It's a bit of a challenge, but trying to repeat everything every time is also a bit of a challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of say, if you want the nuts and bolts of what this is and what's going on, I'd encourage you go, watch the first episode, understand what's happening, and that'll give you a lot of the details. But basically, we're flying these flight plans. There's 234 of them. It's linked in the description if this is something maybe you want to follow along, you want to do certain things on your own. My goal is to get through these at some point. I'm certainly not going to...
22 Delta Charlie, 5 miles southwest, entering a 45 on the left, downwind 26.
Okay, so someone's obviously was on CTAF with Sayintentions, so we're not going to be free, but what I don't want with the tour guides is a bunch of chatter in the background, kind of messing that up. So I won't be using Sayintentions for air traffic in these series because, again, we're VFRs, so the intent would be, we're flying visually, which is not accurate because we are following a flight plan, and we are, to make it simpler and make it a little more enjoyable so that we can really just sightsee, we're just allowing things to go with the GPS and autopilot and all that. So, while it is a VFR series, it's VFR because we're flying low and we want to see things. So, but because we go all over, it would be really, really challenging, I think, to do much more. All right, I don't need the whole runway with this plane, so I am not going to go all the way down. I'm going to go ahead and say we're good here. You should have the status bar. I think I'm pretty comfortable in how I start things up now and whatever, and I do check in OBS, so I know it was visible. So everything should be good unless, again, we have some sort of a goofy crash to desktop. But unless I start seeing a bunch of things, so we've got a plane heading over. So again, the benefit of FSLTL, I do not know what carrier that is. You know, but my Sayintentions usage would be more like when I am doing my pilot's life, or, you know, when Microsoft 2024 comes out, when we're doing other things there. You know, the career mode that I'm sure I'll get into and so forth. So, all right, so I've got that set. But basically, the individual, they've got some narration that they provide. Losing my mind where it is. So they don't give us a lot of information here. So I'm going to go ahead and before I take off, I'm going to explain what they've got. But again, this is leg 11. We're going from Bodo to Flesland, staying in Norway. We're just going down the coast. 586 nautical miles is what the distance should be. And again, that's not from those two airports. It's a lot shorter from those two airports. It's like 200 some nautical miles. But because we're exploring, we add a lot of miles. So here's what we've got. This leg is a tour over, around, and through the fjords of the Norwegian coast. Your destination is Bergen, a lovely fishing village and popular tourist destination on the west coast. Along the way, check out the Helgeland Bridge, various points of interest in Trondheim. We're really just kind of flying through Trondheim, so I'm not going to, you know, I think if you turn on POIs in Flight Simulator, you can look around at things. But he doesn't have anything specific for waypoints. He just has one in Trondheim. The Storseisundet Bridge, and our first wildlife, some seagulls near Allesund at what would be waypoint 14. So there are 32 waypoints along the way here. I've set things around. I just don't know if this is going to work with the tour guide, so that is the test. So let me try to get her set up. Good morning, Sarah. I'd like to start VFR TBM Around the World Leg 11 tour.
Good morning. We're all set to start the VFR TBM Around the World Leg 11 tour. Our first stop is Storglam-Vatnet, which is about 59 kilometers away, heading 185. Buckle up and let's enjoy the flight.
All right, so I think things are working. The good news is the tour is listed. And again, because what I tried to do is I zoomed in on the map, so it took a bit of time to build these in the tour tuner in Sayintentions. Let me get up and off, because again, we've got a little ways to fly. So
Twin Cessna 1 Alpha Bravo 3 Echo 5 mile final for runway 8 on the ILS.
Okay, I'll try to speed it up.
I'll watch for you. What are you in?
Twin Cessna 2 mile final.
No problem. Should be okay.
alright, so should be pretty good here, but again, nice long runway. This is like a regular airport, so we've got 12,000 feet of runway, which is why I'm like, yeah, we don't really need that. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to do that, and so it should start climbing. Get our gear up. We're getting a little close to the buildings. I don't like that. But as it said, it's about 185, and we're going to have some sun here. But let's hop on out and just see what we've got. So I think the fjords are more the water coming in and things like that. I'm not an expert on this, that's for sure. So alright, so we're gonna get our flaps up. Again, we're just going 700, but we're not going that high, so I should be okay. But yes, the distance is now 55 kilometers. So what didn't work in Iceland was it kind of kept giving us the same location, partially because some things just didn't have a name, and I couldn't get a name for everything, because sometimes we were just kind of out in the wilderness, but I think I found like nature preserves in this. What should happen with the tour guides is there's basically a circle that you place around the point you put on the map, and you tell it, and I've basically given it like 2 miles or 3 miles. So again, at the speed we fly, you can see, I mean, I'm going to zoom in a little bit because I know it's hard to see, but you know, 26.9, 26.8, 26.7, so it's maybe a couple seconds, but basically even going 2 miles, even when we speed up a little bit, it should give us 15 or 20 seconds. You know, because they sometimes, I think, suggest more diameter so that it has time to say something and you're not over something. But again, we're just kind of going over certain areas here. But, you know, just a really nice, so again, we kind of were there, and we just took off from there, and now we're heading, you know, south down the coast of Norway. And so I'm probably going to be doing a lot of outside shots here. You let me know if you think maybe it's too loud or whatever, but, you know, so that we can enjoy what we're seeing. I think that's definitely kind of the best case. Now if I go to the map, let's bring up the terrain, and yeah, we just want to make sure we don't have any red in front of us. And again, we're going up to, my goal is like 4,000, so we'll see as we start getting closer. You know, because right now, I don't think we have anything red in front of us, but, you know, these definitely give me a bit of concern. Alright, so at this point, we're going to adjust. So, if you're unfamiliar with the TBMs, they have this kind of power that you can see goes from 100 up to almost 125 that we can do, and that will give us more speed. And so, you know, that will speed us up. Obviously, then we'll make the tour a little quicker. But yeah, we're down to 38 kilometers according to this. And so hopefully it will stay on the tour and we won't lose it, because the issue in Iceland is it wanted to put us on this castles and glaciers or something tour, which was near us. But then it did grab my first stop, but then it didn't follow on because it wasn't really on my tour, although I could manually ask Sarah to do things, and that seemed to work. So that is what I am trying to do here. So the bar on top, I haven't yet quite determined. I don't think it's really going to work for like really how close we are, because I think that's more of a traditional route, and so the red bar's like, yeah, we're coming up on the airport. But even where we're coming in, waypoint 32 is a little south of where we want to go, and so we're going to turn around and head up to a point that I added in, which was Bravo Romeo 404, where I picked the one from Norway instead of Egypt. Yeah, but at this point, I think we're going to be in good shape here. So we're going to start to slow down, and we'll get, again, up to 4,000, and then we'll basically just try to get ourselves, so let's see, we're probably, whoops, we probably went up a little bit. There we go. Just to, you know, be good and accurate, so... Beautiful country. Interesting. Is that water or snow? Like, is there water up at different elevations? Alright, so we're 24 kilometers. Again, as long as nothing on our path is showing red, according to my Navigraph, we're passing through a military training area now. So yeah, we're getting a bit of, yeah, so we're 71 in the cabin, Because, of course, we have everything we need. Okay, the nav is on. That's the important thing, too. Alright. So I probably want to go up a little bit more. Let's go up to 4,500. Because, again, I'm yellow, and there is some red, which probably means I would be in danger if I was overflying it. And I just want to, you know, kind of enjoy things. But that is definitely water. So yeah, obviously water at different elevations and things like that. But yeah, it's starting to go away from zero. Again, I don't know if we're going to go straight to that. There's a lot of meandering that we do. So what this gentleman has done is created a tour that's well over 100,000 miles to go around the Earth, which, if you know anything about the Earth, as I've said in all the episodes, you can get around the Earth in 25,000 miles. So it's over 4 times as far. Alright, we'll go ahead. I kind of overshot, but that's okay. Because again, it looks like we've got... that's just the waypoint that's yellow, so that's okay. Alright, 12 kilometers. See, what I don't know is 2 miles should be like 4 or 5 kilometers, so we'll see what she tells us. And hopefully she does tell us something. You know, and I don't know what we'll get because he didn't give us any detail. You know, some of the bridges, like really the bridges are the thing to see, it seems. But I'm going to try to keep an eye on the distance, and that way I'll know the kilometers if she does automatically say something that she gets triggered. Come on, tell me something. Tell me something good. Alright, we're gonna climb, because I can see a lot of yellow and a lot of other stuff, so. And
at our 12 o'clock,
oh,
just 2
okay.
kilometers away, we have the stunning Storseisundet Vatnet. This beautiful lake is nestled in the heart of Norway and is known for its crystal clear waters and breathtaking scenery. It was formed during the last ice age, around 10,000 years ago, and has since become a popular spot for fishing, hiking, and photography. The area is surrounded by lush forests and majestic mountains, making it a paradise for nature lovers. Legend has it that the lake is home to a mysterious creature known as the Storseisundet Vatnet monster, so keep your eyes peeled for any unusual splashes. Now, as we prepare to leave this picturesque spot, our next destination is Nordfjorden Marine, which is 34 kilometers away at a heading of 220. Buckle up.
Okay, and the challenge is, again, it has vanished from my interface. So I think I know what I'm doing, but I don't know. Alright, so we're gonna level out here. Alright, so 6,000. Like it said, we should go to 6,500. But we'll try to keep a little bit lower. So again, it's not giving me any detail here. And it seems to have vanished off of the flight and so forth. So I'll keep an eye out on Navigraph. But yeah, this is only like 19 nautical miles, but if it doesn't give me a point, it won't help.
Twin Cessna 1 Alpha Bravo, Tree Echo, holding short 26, waiting for takeoff.
Yeah, hold up, I'm on a 3-mile final.
No problem, I'll stay here until you're clear.
So I guess we'll let it go to the second waypoint. And then again, it got really close, obviously, but that's what I'm hoping will be happening, because that was a lot of information just for that one location. you know, when it was formed, all kinds of stuff like that. And so again, a lot of the things I had were the towns were flying over, and that's the information you'd be getting in VFR tours in a lot of cases. So, you know, if someone was on with us, you know, they'd be telling us those same type of things. There's the weird sound where it went up and back down. I do not know why it does that. But really beautiful, beautiful terrain. Wow. That's all we can say. Wow. Alright, so we're coming up basically on the far shore of there is our waypoint, basically. So we're kind of coming up where actually it's really here now that I think about it, because it's, so we'll see if it says anything. Otherwise I may have to kind of keep asking her, what can you tell me about this place, but hopefully not. But you can see we're coming up on it. And it's possible in some of these, like, I won't get close enough, but I should. Sarah, can we join Tour 711?
Absolutely. We can join the VFR TBM Around the World Leg 11 tour. Our first stop will be Storseisundet, which is 33 kilometers away at a heading of 045. Let's get ready for an exciting adventure.
Can you tell me what we're flying over now?
We're currently flying over a beautiful stretch of Norway, with stunning natural landscapes all around us. Just ahead, at our 12 o'clock position, is the picturesque Storseisundet, a lake known for its crystal clear waters
It's doing
and
the
surrounded by
same
lush forests
thing.
and mountains. It's a popular spot for fishing
Frustrating.
and hiking, and it has some fascinating folklore about a mysterious creature that supposedly resides in its depths.
Can you tell me about Waypoint 2?
Waypoint 2 is Nordfjorden Marine, located about 8 kilometers from our current position. It's a beautiful marine area known for its stunning views and is popular among boating enthusiasts and nature lovers.
Okay. And now, so I may have to like manually do it, and I'll keep working and I'll keep posting things in Discord over time to try to get, you know, some guidance, you know, of what might not be working. But it's interesting that it kind of just restarts, and again, it hasn't, even though I asked to put it in there. So let me see. Sarah, I'd like to start the VFR TBM tour leg 11. Sarah, I'd like to start the VFR TBM Around the World Leg 11 tour.
We're all set to start the VFR TBM Around the World Leg 11 tour. Our first stop is Storseisundet, which is 33
It
kilometers
still
away at a
didn't
heading
put
of
it in there,
015.
so interesting. All right. All right, Sarah, can you tell me about Waypoint 3?
Waypoint 3 is Glomedale Landskapsvernomrade, which is a protected landscape area known for its stunning natural beauty and diverse wildlife. It's located just 3 kilometers from our current position and is a great spot for nature enthusiasts and photographers. The area was designated to preserve its unique ecosystems and habitats, making it a haven for various bird species and other wildlife. If you're lucky, you might even spot some reindeer grazing in the distance. It's a perfect example of Norway's commitment to conserving its natural landscapes for future generations.
Alright, so, and waypoint 4, not very far. But yeah, unfortunately, it's like we're having to let her know what we're coming up on. So... Sarah, tell us about waypoint 4.
Waypoint 4 is a scenic spot located just 4 kilometers from our current position. It's a lovely area that showcases the natural beauty of Norway, with stunning views of the surrounding landscapes. This waypoint is often appreciated by those who enjoy outdoor activities like hiking and photography, as it offers a peaceful retreat into nature. It's a great place to stretch your legs if we were to land nearby.
And I think this might be one that I didn't have a name of because it was so close. It was literally only 6 nautical miles. Now the next one is substantially farther. So you can see we've got 35 miles to go. So, you know, not quite what we had. It might have been similar to the first leg, but you can see we're kind of heading back toward the coast. And the west coast does stretch away a little bit. And you know, so we're gonna as we keep going back and forth, even though we really didn't go inland that much, you know, we're now headed back out, but you know, it's 35 miles to get there. You know, and I think again, it's just kind of meandering along the waterways and just, you know, getting that beautiful view that we have.
Twin Cessna 1 Alpha Bravo Tree Echo on final 26.
And again, yeah, I suppose I could put myself on the radio check. Let me do that, maybe. Because as long as I don't hit the wrong key, because the radio check basically is, this is what you sound like, and it plays back what I said. But I should be okay to not mistakenly do that. So, but yeah, what I will try to do is kind of let people know, hey, I've tried to fly both 9 and you know, I'll probably just tell them 11, because again, the challenge we had with 9 is the first waypoint was so far away, and what it tends to try to find is, okay, what tour is nearby. So even when I suggested the tour, and again, I was loading it with tour ID, but now that I know it can get it with my name, and they'll all be VFR TBM around the world, and then whatever leg it is, if I can do that, then at least it should load it. Now the interesting thing is, it says it's 1,018 miles in the tour tuner, but again, that's like almost double what it really is. So it's somewhat intriguing how that is playing out. But yeah, on this series, basically, the goal is to show the entire flight, with it being a VFR flight. But really, you know, what this gentleman, I think, was just trying to do was to just get a view of just how beautiful different areas are, or just, you know, unique, different, whatever you want to call it. You know, so that's the thing, though, because I'm worried then people might be like, well, 1,000 miles, wow, I don't want to fly that. But it's not that long, but it calculates that. So I don't know a way to change that. But in a lot of cases, what I had done was just, kind of stay quiet and stop talking, which I can do, and then just, as we get near the waypoint, let Sarah, hey Sarah, what's going on with waypoint, whatever, and we can do that, I suppose. So the question is, yeah, it's definitely higher, so we probably just want to stay at this level. I just feel like we're really way up, but again, we're barely over a mile over sea level, and obviously the landscape below us, it obviously has a lot of hills, mountains, various things, so it shouldn't be too bad. But, yeah, a little over halfway already, because we had like 35, so we're just below 18. So I'm gonna mute for a bit. I'll be back. So, getting out here to the coast. But what it seems to at least be doing is grabbing the name. I'm glad it can do it by number, because I don't have the names, because I came up with the names based on what we were near. So it's definitely helpful, but I know I was within like 2 miles. And so, we'll get ourselves near that, and then we'll kind of ask for Sarah to do her thing. Sarah, give us information about Waypoint 5.
Waypoint 5 is the Helgeland Bridge, which is a stunning cantilever bridge that spans the Laxdal Fjord. Completed in 1955, it connects the islands of Alsta and Leirfjorden. The bridge is notable for its impressive design and beautiful views of the surrounding landscape.
I don't think
It's
that's
a popular
here.
spot for photographers,
Although,
and those
oh,
who
you know what?
appreciate engineering marvels.
It's that
The
one there.
Helgeland Bridge is also part
There
of the
it is.
scenic coastal route that showcases Norway's breathtaking fjords and islands, making it a must-see for anyone traveling through this region.
Whoops. I don't think we can see. Oh yeah, there we go. So we got a little bit better view of it there. So that's pretty cool. But yes, because I do remember Googling it to make sure, because that was the waypoint. But yes, so cool. So that did work out pretty well. Alright, so we got 26 miles, as we can see. So at this point, I'll probably just kind of, let you enjoy the view, and then we'll keep coming back and just let her give us whatever info she's going to give us as we hit various spots. So I'll be quiet in the meantime, and you can just enjoy the view out the window. And once again, if people would rather I stay outside the plane during these, it's really loud, obviously, so I would think this would be a little bit better. But you let me know. You guys are, of course, the audience for this, so I'll see you in a few minutes. Hey Sarah, tell us about waypoint 6.
Waypoint 6 is a scenic area located just 4 kilometers from our current position. It's known for its beautiful landscapes and is a great spot for outdoor enthusiasts. The area is often frequented by hikers and nature lovers who enjoy exploring its trails and taking in the stunning views of the surrounding nature. It's a perfect place to appreciate the tranquility of the Norwegian wilderness.
Alright, so other than a few changes here and there for things that aren't specifically named, because this was, again, it was just like the waypoints really on that point of land there, and, you know, I mean, you can see there's a few farms or whatever, but there's not really a city there or anything. So she just seems to have this general wilderness description because there's just nothing there. And again, I didn't have a name. So I think what I'm learning is I should really work hard to give it some sort of name, even if it's something that's not quite nearby. It's just, the problem is, like, let's say there was a town, you know, here or something, like that was sitting there or whatever. You know, we're so far from the waypoint now, you won't be able to see it as we talk about it. So I'm torn. It's definitely difficult. Alright, so again, 32 waypoints. Not all of them are kind of as close. There's definitely a few that are a good distance apart. This one obviously isn't very far, so I'm just kind of going to stay on. But yeah, if we're like 20, 30 miles, you know, that takes 4 or 5 minutes, and so I don't need to babble about nothing for that. But as we start getting, you know, because what I'm also learning is, yeah, I think I need to start to say it about 3 miles out. Because otherwise she isn't really chatting about it fast enough by the time she processes. You know, and especially at the speed we're moving right now. You know, we're kind of moving in a bit, but we're going to be turning out again. Sarah, tell me about waypoint 7.
Waypoint 7 is located just 5 kilometers from our current position. It's a lovely area that offers beautiful views and is a great spot for outdoor activities.
So,
many people enjoy
another
hiking
generic
and exploring
thing.
the natural surroundings here, making it a popular destination for nature lovers.
But yeah, I think, you know, the way he went was just very much, you know, let's just enjoy the view, and then, yeah, we're turning. I don't know if we're going to go quite down that fjord or not. Let's see how far. Okay, so this one's 40. So this one's going to take a bit, so we're not really going as far. Now, is it getting a little lower? It may be, so I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to decrease this to... I'm going to decrease it to 5,000, and we'll see if we can do that. So... Whoops. So we'll get ourselves going down, and then I'll just watch the terrain. But I'm going to go on mute, and I'll adjust as needed, and I'll see you at the next waypoint. Sarah, tell me about Waypoint 8.
Waypoint 8 is Kolvereid, a small village located about 6 kilometers from our current position. It's known for its picturesque surroundings and is a great spot for outdoor activities. The village has a rich maritime history, and many locals enjoy fishing and boating in the nearby waters. Kolvereid is also a gateway to exploring the beautiful landscapes of Norway, making it a popular destination for nature enthusiasts.
Alright, and what I may do, I'm going to give it a try. Again, you guys give me feedback and let me know what you think. Like, you don't necessarily need to hear me say anything. So I can keep my microphone muted, maybe. I'll have to see if Sarah will take that. But yeah, no, what I don't want to do is play in like OBS and mute it. But I think if I hit the button, I might not be able to talk to her. I guess I'll test that. I'll mute, and then I'll do something right away. So if you hear her say something, that will be why. So popping back on a little bit early, you can see we're just about 6 miles away. And clearly, yeah, I tried. She did not respond, so she can't hear me because basically, I'm sure when I'm pressing the button on the physical microphone to mute it, it's literally not sending anything through to the USB port. So, but lowering myself down a little bit again, we're not seeing any terrain, and rather than continuing to be way up. So yeah, this may be the town that we're talking about. I'm not sure. Because yeah, I think it is Namsos or whatever. I'm not sure if that's the one that we'd be going by or not, but I believe that's what I listed as the waypoint. Sarah, tell me about waypoint 9.
Waypoint 9 is Namsos, a small town located just 3 kilometers from our current position. It's known for its rich history in the timber industry and has a beautiful waterfront area that attracts visitors. Namsos is also home to the Namsos Airport, which serves as a gateway to the surrounding natural beauty of Norway. The town has a charming atmosphere and is a great place for outdoor activities, including hiking and fishing.
All right, see you at 10. Sarah, tell me about waypoint 10.
Waypoint 10 is Asfaugen, a small village located just 6 kilometers from our current position. It's known for its scenic beauty and is a great spot for outdoor activities. The village offers picturesque views and is a popular destination for those who enjoy nature and tranquility.
Okay, so it's a bit similar in its answer on the villages. I mean, and again, I mean, they may all be very much like that, so unless there's something unique on the internet for the AI to find from Sayintentions to tell us about it, you know, that makes some sense, that's like all we're gonna get. Alright, so we're turning back a little bit more toward the water. You can see this one's a little bit longer. I think the next two are a bit lengthy. They're 48 and 47 respectively, so we're going to basically go nearly 100 miles between these two waypoints, but then later things start happening a little quicker. So, see you in a little while. Sarah, tell me about waypoint 11.
Waypoint 11 is Trondheim, a historic city founded in 997 AD. It's known for its beautiful architecture, including the Nidaros Cathedral, which is the northernmost medieval cathedral in the world. Trondheim was once the capital of Norway and is rich in Viking history. The city is also a hub for technology and education, home to the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. If you're a fan of aviation, you'll appreciate that Trondheim Airport Værnes serves as a major gateway to central Norway.
Sarah, tell me about waypoint 12. Not sure if that's right. It is. Okay.
Waypoint 12 is Krokvetnet, a beautiful lake located just 7 kilometers from our current position. It's known for its stunning blue waters and picturesque surroundings, making it a popular spot for fishing and picnicking. The lake is also a great place for birdwatching, as various species can be spotted in the area. Krokvatnet is a hidden gem that showcases the natural beauty of Norway, perfect for those who enjoy outdoor activities and tranquility.
Alright, because yeah, what I didn't know is I was looking at little nav map, which is just a little easier to see the route on, but I'm zoomed in more on Navigraph, and so I was saying, oh, I'm headed there, and then I wasn't sure if that was the one I was leaving from, or if that was in fact where I was heading from. So we've got a couple longer legs still, 46 and 43 miles. Let me make sure these peaks aren't too high. They appear to not be, although they might be far enough away. So I will have to pay a little more attention. I've been sitting here, but I've got other things that are going on and a little bit distracted, doing some work stuff, this and that. So I'm not always staring at the screen, so the last thing I want to do is obviously run into something. But let me get back. Keep an eye out, but I'll be back in a bit. Sarah, tell me about waypoint 13. Okay, I think I know what this is, so I'm going to take a close look here.
Waypoint 13 is the Storseisundet Bridge, which is known for its unique and winding design. Completed in 1989, it is part of the Atlantic Road and
Whoa.
features a series of bridges that connect small islands along the coast.
So that's
This
it there.
particular bridge is famous for its dramatic curves and has become a popular spot for photographers and travelers. The bridge offers stunning views of the surrounding ocean and landscapes, making it a must-see for anyone exploring this area. It's often referred to as the road that goes nowhere because of its winding path, but it's definitely a journey worth taking.
Sarah, was this bridge featured in a James Bond movie?
Yes, the Storseisundet Bridge was featured in the James Bond movie, No Time to Die. It made quite an impression with its dramatic curves and stunning scenery, perfect for a high-speed chase.
So there you go. I knew when I looked that up, that was the comment they had on it, so I'm like, hey, we need to make sure that that's included, and let's see what she says about it. But so now you know what I came across. Again, a little bit of a longer leg here. I'll be back in a bit. Sarah, tell me about waypoint 14.
Waypoint 14 is Allesund, a beautiful coastal town known for its Art Nouveau architecture. It was rebuilt in the early 1900s after a devastating fire and is now a popular destination for tourists. The town is situated on several islands and offers stunning views of the surrounding fjords and mountains. Allesund is also famous for its aquarium, which showcases the rich marine life of the region. If you're a fan of seafood, this is the place to be, as the town is known for its fresh catches.
Well, that's very cool. Maybe vacationing in Norway at one point. I'll, have to see if I can find my way there. A fan of seafood, that's for sure. Very cool, very cool. So, definitely a lot more info than we can get otherwise, but that way, we can share both of those things. What the person who put the tour together wrote, and other things that we can discover like this. So definitely, it would be nicer if it just kind of did it as we flew, because what I would have liked to have been able to do is to be able to just kind of set it, and then, hey, if I need to step away or there's not much I need to say, we can just fly, look, and every once in a while the tour guide comes on and I don't have to prompt her. But well, this is pretty darn stunning, I'll tell you that. I mean, because again, we've got the town back there just looking into this. Wow. I can only imagine what that really, what that would look like in real life. That's got to be really, really impressive. Wow. Just think about that, being down there at the edge of the lake and seeing that. All right, so our path is going to take us down below.
Vigra Tower, Romeo 69er, request EFR flight to Echo November Oscar Victor, Romeo 69er.
It's interesting because I'm on radio check. I didn't think I would get anything on that unless I made a mistake, but clearly I did. But maybe someone made a mistake just like I did, and then was like, oh, yeah. But then it recorded it, and then, now that I'm in the area, it's playing it. But so pretty impressive stuff there. Wow. That is cool. I love, this is what I love about Flight Simulator. You can just go to places and really feel like pretty darn close, like you're there. I mean, it certainly looks realistic enough to me. So it'll be curious how Flight Sim 2024 will be, and because I'm sure I'll try a few things. Maybe it won't be this series without the map enhancement thing, because I'm assuming they'll be pulling something newer. You know what? I better go up and I think I need to rise up, because we're gonna turn in a bit, and well, I guess I can wait a little bit, because I can see the point here, and it's just a question of, are we gonna turn in between the peaks? That's what I don't know, because right now I'm okay, unless it suddenly makes some turn and I get too close to the peaks. But it may just be taking me out that way, and then I'll be okay. I don't know. So, because it should be relatively sharp, but I'm not sure if it is. Sarah, tell me about waypoint 15.
scenic area known for its beautiful landscapes and outdoor activities.
I thought it would
It's a
turn.
great spot for nature lovers and offers picturesque
But
views
yeah,
of
I
the
don't think I
surroundings.
had a name for this. In theory, it's supposed to turn, so I'm a little confused here. So let me look at the, Because this should turn to the side is what it's telling me, so I'm a little confused. So let me go back to the flight plan. Well, maybe, because it's not very far, so maybe, maybe it's 16 that'll do it. Whoops, let me go back to terrain. Alright, so I think I'm okay. Alright, so maybe it just had to get to the next, next part there. I'm thinking waypoint 16, 17. I don't know that it's going to tell me anything else, but we will find out. Sarah, what can you tell me about waypoint 16?
Waypoint 16 is the beautiful Geiranger Fjord, a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its stunning natural beauty. This fjord is famous for its deep blue waters, towering cliffs, and spectacular waterfalls, including the Seven Sisters and the Suder. It was formed during the last ice age and is surrounded by lush green mountains, making it a popular destination for hikers and photographers. The area is also rich in folklore, with tales of trolls and mythical creatures that are said to inhabit the fjord. If you're lucky, you might even spot some wildlife like seals or eagles while flying over this breathtaking landscape.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you did this over in 2024 where they do have animals, if there'd be any chance of that. I'm sure you'd have to be really low, but I don't know for sure. So again, now we're going to have a bunch of points that are really pretty close together. We don't really have any really long pieces. I mean, I think the one after 17 here is going to be the longest one we have in a bit. So, but you can see we're already kind of up here. Sarah, tell me about waypoint 17.
Waypoint 17 is the stunning Sognefjorden, which is the longest and deepest fjord in Norway, stretching about 205 kilometers, 127 miles, inland. It was formed during the last ice age and is surrounded by breathtaking mountains and waterfalls. The fjord is a popular destination for outdoor activities like kayaking, hiking, and fishing. Many visitors are drawn to its picturesque villages, such as Balestrand and Fjerland, which offer a glimpse into traditional Norwegian life. If you're lucky, you might even spot some seals or porpoises swimming in the waters.
That would be cool. That would be cool. Wow. Well, I think I'm sold on Norway, of course, but also on what Sayintentions can bring to this series. You know, aside from just the value it has with all the other stuff. So, yeah, I think getting set and going for the year and not overpaying by paying monthly seems to make a lot of sense. So, but we'll see what else they tell us. But yeah, that kind of information, you know, I mean, I could find that, I could go Google it, I could do a bunch of things, but this is so much more immersive and interesting because, you know, you're flying over it, you're really getting to experience it somewhat. You know, I get it's a simulator, but you know, I think this is where you start to marry the technology of the views that Microsoft Flight Simulator can give you with basically the instant internet access that something like Sayintentions can give you. And wow. And again, if I can get that last little bit figured out where she just says things because we've entered the geofences, that would be perfect. So we'll see how it goes, but we're gonna start to turn a little to the south. I don't know if it's the next waypoint or not. We'll see. Because yeah, I was really honestly worried that, like, I'm like, oh no, this is like not taking me down the flight path, which would be odd because I mean, I loaded the same flight path in Little Nav Map as I obviously did in the sim, so it just was messing with my head a bit because I'm like, this isn't what should be happening. You know, and again, it does take some effort, especially for something like this, because this is by far the most waypoints I've had along anything. So, so it definitely takes a bit to try to find locations and things to name them with, but it does seem like Sayintentions will take that and then give us the information. I mean, and again, with Norwegian, like, there was a lot of spelling, so I had to be really, really diligent. Sarah, tell me about waypoint 18.
Waypoint 18 is the beautiful Nordfjorden, which is the 6th longest fjord in Norway, stretching about 106 kilometers, 66 miles, inland. It's known for its stunning scenery, surrounded by steep mountains and lush valleys. The fjord was formed during the last ice age, and its deep blue waters are a popular spot for kayaking and fishing. You'll find charming villages along the shores,
I hope
where
we turn.
locals enjoy the tranquility and natural beauty. Fun fact, the fjord is also home to the famous Nordfjord Folk Museum, showcasing traditional Norwegian life and culture.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah, I need to climb. It's getting red, and I think in front of us it's going to get red really fast. So let's solve that problem. Because yeah, we are not going to go down the waterway the way this is done. Well, it's going to prove me a little bit of a liar, but still. Again, we can see where the line is. So, but yeah, maybe we'll get up to 5,500, and we'll say that'll work, because at this point, yes, I think we're green, so I think we'll be all right. Man, you know, like, Norway's just beautiful, but it's like, wow, and you know, now you understand why they love their winter sports. I mean, just think of, I mean, that's kind of all you'd be able to do for recreational activities. I mean, you've just got this really, really mountainous country, and wow, it's just stunning. I mean, it's leaving me speechless for sure. I've got nothing I can say that is obviously better than what we're looking at. Sarah, tell me about waypoint 19.
Waypoint 19 is the beautiful Briksdalsbreen, a glacier that is part of the Jostedalsbreen National Park. This glacier is known for its stunning blue ice and is one of the most accessible glaciers in Norway, attracting many hikers and nature enthusiasts.
I don't know if
it was
it's
formed
that
during
or...
the last ice age and has been a popular destination since the late 19th century, when tourism began to flourish in the area.
Because it's basically
the glacier is often
here
referred to
is
as
the
crown jewel
waypoint.
of the national park, and the breathtaking views it offers are simply unforgettable. If you look closely, you might even spot some adventurous souls trying to scale its icy slopes.
All right, so a little bit longer to get to Waypoint 20. I'm like, where are we at now? But yeah, waypoint 20. So again, now I'm gonna go here, and we're gonna get ourselves down, and we'll see if we can stay down a little bit, because we're getting close to Bergen. We're probably 80 miles away, you know, but we're gonna meander a little bit, so it's gonna take a little bit of time. But, you know, again, we're moving pretty quickly, so. But that should get us over there, so I'll wait for a little bit, because we don't need to hear from Sarah for a moment yet. Alright, getting a little close here. Sarah, tell us about waypoint 20.
Waypoint 20 is the stunning Hornellen, which is one of the highest sea cliffs in Europe, rising about 860 meters, 2,825 feet, above the fjord. It's located near the village of Bremanger and offers breathtaking views of the surrounding landscape. The cliff is a popular destination for hikers and climb altituders, and the views from the top are nothing short of spectacular. Legend has it that Hornellen was once home to trolls, and locals often share tales of their mischievous antics. If you're feeling adventurous, you might even consider a hike to the top for an unforgettable experience.
Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Alright, so now these should all be... I'm thinking every leg is going to be less than 10... is going to be less than 10 miles. So... there may be some that are a little bit more, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep an eye on that cliff. We're clearly turning. So it's just, are we turning... yeah, in theory, we're turning somewhere where we can do something. Sarah, tell me about waypoint 21.
Waypoint 21 is the stunning Jostedalsbreen, which is the largest glacier in mainland Europe, covering about 487 square kilometers,
Europe?
188 square miles. This glacier is part of the Jostedalsbreen National Park, established in 1991, and is a popular destination for hikers and nature lovers. The
I don't know
glacier
that
is known
this is
for
quite
its breathtaking
rendering
blue
right,
ice
but
and is a remnant of the last ice age. It's also home to several glacial arms, including the famous Briksdalsbreen, which is easily accessible and attracts many visitors. If you're lucky, you might even spot some adventurous souls ice climbing on its icy slopes.
There's a lot of if you're lucky in what she feeds us. But again, for what it is, where it's just random stuff, it's still pretty cool. So yes, there's a bit of repetition, but again, how often are you going to have 32 waypoints on a journey? So makes sense that it would do some of that. But yeah, just the straight lines here. I mean, obviously, whatever the data source for Bing Maps is or whatever, it's a little interesting. But yeah, so you can see 1500, 1300, 1000, so 880. So in theory, there was like a little yellow there. All right, so we're heading to 22. I think, yeah, either between 24 and 25, those will be some of the longer ones. Now the question is, have we kind of gotten out of... God, it's so bright I can't even see. Sarah, tell me about waypoint 22. See, and I had to put really small circles on these too, so if it did work, they'd be quick.
Waypoint 22 is the beautiful Lake Hornindal, which is known for being the deepest lake in Norway, reaching depths of 514 meters, 1,686 feet.
I don't know if it's that.
This lake
or...
is surrounded by stunning mountains and offers fantastic opportunities for fishing and hiking. It's a popular spot for both locals and tourists looking to enjoy the serene landscape. The lake is also famous for its crystal clear waters, which are said to be some of the cleanest in the world. If you're lucky, you might even spot some wildlife around the lake, like
if we're
moose
lucky.
or deer.
Just remember, if we're lucky. Alright, I was going to descend, but I'm not sure. Because it looks like it's, we got a little bit more going on as we get up there. You know, and at this point, we're probably halfway toward Bergen. So we're definitely getting there. Again, a longer leg, it was like 12.5 miles or something, and I think there's one more that's a little bit lengthy. But I would imagine, you know, we're down to our last 100 miles, if not even less than that, so we'll see. But we've used half of our fuel, which is kind of nuts. So this is not a an inexpensive world tour from the airplane fuel situation for sure. Alrighty. So let's see. What do we got? 6 miles. Yeah, I'm kind of too much of a cockpit view, but there's just like, you can look anywhere and see something awesome. That's just really, really cool. It's one of those things like, you know, when you live there, I mean, again, there's some little village down here. That might be what our waypoint, no, it's probably not our waypoint, but still, you know, people probably just, it's easy to take stuff like this for granted. Just like I always say, you know, people live out west in the mountains and some of the views and just access to things they have, but it's becomes just like everything. You see it every day. You're like, yeah, whatever. Sarah, tell us about waypoint 23.
Waypoint 23 is the stunning Sognefjellet, which is the highest mountain pass in northern Europe, reaching an elevation of 1,434 meters, 4,738 feet. This pass is part of the Sognefjellet National Tourist Route and offers breathtaking views of the surrounding mountains and glaciers. It was opened in 1938 and has since become a popular destination for tourists and outdoor enthusiasts. The area is known for its diverse wildlife, including reindeer and various bird species. If you're a fan of hiking, This is a great spot to explore the beautiful landscapes and enjoy the fresh mountain air.
Very cool. Oh, I assume that's a road. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we're only going this way for a little bit, and then we turn south again. So we're not like heading out to the water or anything, although I think Bergen is close. So, yeah, it's interesting how it like turns, but then it like fixes itself a little bit later. But you can probably, this is certainly a leg, I think, that gives you a better appreciation of why I'm like, I get it's a VFR tour, and if you wanted to be like insanely realistic, like you could try to fly it. But you could see how challenging that would be, and it would be really hard to enjoy, you know, anything other than flying, frankly. So I'd much rather just, you know, push the envelope a little bit and be like, yeah, we're using autopilot, but man, are we having an awesome time. This is really cool. I mean, now I'm certainly, you know, the pilot brain is coming in a little bit, like, you know, how do I plan the landing? What do I need to do? Because I know we're still, you know, 8 waypoints away, but we're getting really close here. Sarah, tell us about waypoint 24.
Waypoint 24 is the beautiful Lærdalselva River, known for its crystal clear waters and excellent salmon fishing. This river runs through the Lærdal Valley and is one of the most important salmon rivers in Norway, attracting anglers from all over. The river is also famous for its stunning scenery, with lush green banks and surrounding mountains that make it a popular spot for outdoor enthusiasts. Interestingly, Lærdalselva is home to a unique phenomenon known as the Lærdal salmon, which is a specific breed of salmon that has adapted to the river's conditions. If you're a fan of fishing or just love beautiful landscapes, this is definitely a spot to appreciate.
And I wonder, like, with the, I guess that's a road. I thought the river was going up that way, but I'm like, you know, with the salmon spawning and all that, like, it's interesting how these are flatter and browner here. Just, you know, like, why? Why is this the geology right here compared to what we just came out of? I mean, it's like, you know, they just sheared the tops off and almost created plateaus. I mean, they're not truly that. They're not quite as flat as, like, the mesas and stuff in the western U.S., but yeah, this is interesting. Sarah, tell me about waypoint 25.
Waypoint 25 is the beautiful Kjendalsbreen, a glacier that is part of the Jostedalsbreen National Park. This glacier is known for its stunning blue ice and is a popular destination for hikers and nature enthusiasts. Kjendalsbreen is one of the most accessible glaciers in Norway, making it a favorite for those looking to experience the beauty of glacial landscapes.
Sadly, it might have melted a lot.
The glacier has been a significant attraction since the late 19th century and is often visited by tourists who want to witness its breathtaking ice formations. If you look closely, you might even see some adventurous souls ice climbing on its icy slopes.
Alright, so this is probably the longest leg left, I would think. Again, I'm zoomed out quite a bit. Alright. I'm gonna go down. I don't know, it's giving me an alert, which makes me think that this is a bad idea, but we're gonna try. We'll just keep an eye, because again, we should see green at 1500. So I haven't even seen that. And again, I can obviously always just turn things back up, you know, and go from there, but Because, yeah, now we're down 300, so even, you know, I'm only going to go down 700. So at best, they'd be, like, at yellow. So I think we're okay. But the alert might simply be that, you know, we were within 1,000 feet. But I do need to start coming down because we're not that far away, and, you know, we're going to have to land, obviously, at Bergen. But, yeah, so it's finally coming out now. And again, we can start seeing the, I guess, range above. I don't know what the RA is, but... But yeah, so we're coming down another 100 feet or so, but... Yeah, and all of that seems to be lower. And we'll be turning a bit and heading out. Sarah, tell us about waypoint 26.
Waypoint 26 is the beautiful Furubergsfossen, a stunning waterfall located in the municipality of Kavam. This waterfall is known for its impressive drop of about 218 meters, 715 feet.
Where?
And is one of the tallest waterfalls in Norway. It flows down from the mountains and is fed by the melting snow, making it a spectacular sight, especially in the spring. The waterfall is surrounded by lush greenery and rocky cliffs, creating a picturesque scene that attracts photographers and nature lovers alike. Legend has it that the waterfall
I'm just not
is
sure
home
exactly
to a mischievous
where.
water spirit who plays tricks on those who come too close.
I mean, we know it's in this area. It's like, is it here? Maybe over there? I mean, again, obviously not everything's modeled perfectly, but... Alright, and then we're gonna have another one. Yeah, I mean, in theory... Interesting, though. I mean, again, as high as we are, it's like 200, I don't know, and maybe it's there, and it's just not rendering well, because, again, how would a satellite know that it's a waterfall? Sarah, tell us about waypoint 27.
Waypoint 27 is the beautiful Folgafonna, which is the third largest glacier in Norway, covering about 200 square kilometers, 77 square miles. This glacier is located in the Folgafonna National Park and is known for its stunning blue ice and breathtaking landscapes. It was formed during the last ice age and has been a popular destination for hikers and nature enthusiasts. The area is also famous for its diverse wildlife, including reindeer and various bird species. If you're feeling adventurous, you can even try glacier hiking or ice climbing here. Just be careful not to slip and slide into a snowbank. It might be a bit chilly.
All right. So yeah, like I said, on both fronts, on just the sheer beauty of Norway, but how this tour guide feature in Sayintentions has worked. Like I said, even given the issues, this has been an incredible amount of information about what we're flying over, and I would suggest I couldn't even think of another tool that exists out there that would rival this for what this is providing to us. And you know, I'm sure they'll just get better. You know, they do allow us to post links to videos out there. I definitely, when I put this out there, I'm absolutely throwing it out there. And then maybe the Sayintentions guys will see it, and you know, they'll see things like, okay, there's a lot of repetition in certain things, like, you know, could they do something with however ChatGPT is choosing things to talk about? you know, and maybe that would change a little bit. I don't recall another bridge, so I don't think it's going to talk about the bridge, and I think that's more than, well, that might not be more than 5 miles away. I don't know how low I want to go. Let's see. So if I do that and go down, whoops. Alright, let's see. Sarah, tell us about waypoint 29.
Waypoint 29 is the beautiful Hardanger Fjord, which is the second longest fjord in Norway, stretching about 179 kilometers, 111 miles inland. This fjord is known for its stunning scenery, surrounded by steep mountains and lush orchards, particularly famous for its apple trees. The area is also home to the picturesque village of Norheimsund, which is a popular spot for tourists looking to experience the beauty of the fjord. Hardanger Fjord is often referred to as the Queen of the Fjords, and is a favorite among photographers and nature lovers. If you look closely, you might even spot some kayakers enjoying the calm waters.
Alright. So 2 more waypoints, and then, again, we got to come back to the airport. So the airport's off in that direction somewhere. I'm not going to even try because there's a lot going on here. So I don't want to have a problem. So I am going to put my landing monitor on because I think things are going to get fun fast. But this is Bergen, I'm pretty sure. So let's see what it tells us. Sarah, tell us about waypoint 30. Just look at those. Look at how things are built up. Wow. Wow, that is just so cool.
Waypoint 30 is the beautiful Helgeland Beach, located just 3 kilometers directly ahead at our 12 o'clock position. This beach is known for its stunning views and is a popular spot for locals looking to relax and enjoy the sun during the summer months. It's also a great place for beachcombing and enjoying the natural beauty of the Norwegian coastline. Interestingly, the area around Helgeland is rich in marine life, making it a favorite for fishing enthusiasts. If you're lucky, you might even spot some seals lounging on the rocks nearby.
Sarah, tell us about waypoint 31.
Waypoint 31 is the beautiful Sognefjord, which is the longest fjord in Norway, stretching about 205 kilometers, 127 miles, inland. It was formed during the last ice age and is known for its stunning scenery, steep mountains, and deep blue waters. The fjord is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and attracts tourists from around the world who come to experience its breathtaking beauty. It's also home to several charming villages, including Flam, which is famous for its scenic railway. If you're a fan of outdoor activities, Sognefjord offers fantastic opportunities for hiking, kayaking, and fishing.
All right. Sarah, tell us about waypoint 32.
Waypoint 32 is the beautiful Skjervehamn, a small island located in the Sognefjord. This picturesque spot is known for its stunning coastal views and is a popular destination for boaters and nature lovers. The island has a rich history as a trading post and has been inhabited since the Viking Age. Today, it offers a charming harbor and is a great place to relax and enjoy the serene surroundings. If you're lucky, you might even spot some seals lounging on the rocks nearby.
Okay. So we need to slow down, and then we're going to get up there, and somewhere is the airport behind us. So we'll kind of let it do its thing, but let's see, can I go down? No. I need to...
Sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
Alright, let's level out here. Great, I will be blind. Alright, we better line up soon, because this is not good. I think I'm going to end up overflying this airport. It's like too... I think it's too much.
500. 500.
Alright, let's get myself positioned. Yeah, I think we're literally... so let's see. I think we're literally there. So let's see. Because, yeah, that's the airport. It's just, where is the runway? I think I see it. So, yeah, I probably should have gone further out, is what needed to happen. But let's see. So we should be okay. That's a challenging landing, I'll tell you that. I did not enjoy the risk of that, but we are here and we should be okay. We'll try to touch down nicely. A little bit near the edge. So not great from that standpoint, but it worked. Especially given how we came in. It worked. But, cool. So I am trying... I got a webcam on order. That should work just fine versus my graphics card that I tried that ended up not working out. But then I'm going to use the, I think it's the Beam eye tracker, is what I'm going to try to use so that I can stop using the mouse to look around. So that's my treat for coming up for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I'm like, you know what? The head and eye tracking thing might be good. And obviously that'll be useful for things outside of Flight Sim too, so should be pretty good. So I'm just gonna plop myself here somewhere. We're small enough. We'll just end up next to these guys. Put our flaps up, and we are good. So I assume some sort of, so there you go, Widerøe. I assume that's a Norwegian airline that would be local. But here we are at Bergen Airport, and we made it, and we had a really interesting landing to end just an incredibly interesting flight and leg. So you let me know what you think. But I thought it was really good, but I'd love to hear feedback from people. And with that, I'm just going to wrap this up. It's long enough as it is. As always, if you've enjoyed this but haven't dropped a like, please consider doing that. Please consider becoming a subscriber. Those things greatly help a channel like myself. And I will see you next time.